Okay, so in this lesson, we're going to keep tying up our loose ends here. So this time, we're going to start with C, and I'm going to show you how to get to C7. So if we take our pinky, and we put it on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and I haven't moved any of my other fingers for C. It's really just a 4-finger chord with C. Getting the pinky here on the 3rd string. Try to give you a good angle so you can kind of see what's going on. So you can see all the other fingers are in place like they normally would be. I just have that pinky going to that 3rd string on the 3rd fret, just like my ring fingers on the 3rd fret. But anyway, that's your C7, pretty common chord. So if I let my pinky go, we have C, put the pinky in, I got my C7. Like that. Then we have this chord called B7, and there is not really a easy way to really teach this. It's kind of a complicated chord. It's probably one of the most complicated open position chords, but it's definitely doable. So here's the idea behind it. So basically what's happening, just to kind of give you a frame of reference, essentially, if you kind of think of like, okay, this is C, and if we were to kind of hypothetically bring our hand back here, we're missing this fret up here, so it's not going to quite work, but this is kind of the idea behind it. But we're going to have to switch the fingering up a little bit. So here's how it's going to be done. So we're going to take our middle finger, we're going to put it on the 2nd fret of the A string. We're going to take our pointer finger and put it on fret 1 of the D string. Then we're going to take finger 3 and put it on fret 3 of the 3rd string. It's kind of like the D7 shape, if you remember that one. So you're just kind of taking the D7 shape and bringing it down here. Now, however, we're going to need one more finger. We're going to have to get the pinky involved on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. It's pretty wild. And 5th string down on this chord. Yeah, fortunately, there's no like real trick to this one. You just have to practice it. So you could also come at it the other way. You could do the pinky first on the 1st string, then the 3rd finger on the 3rd string, pointer finger on the 4th, middle finger there, just as another way to come at it. But eventually you'll just kind of get used to it, and it'll just come down for you. Okay, and then we just have some A chords we should learn. So if I get rid of my 1st finger and I just compress all of my fingers into string 4, 3, and 2, this gives me the typical normal A chord. Now, not everyone likes to finger the A chord this way. Some people like to do it this way. It's the same. It's just a different fingering. It's now going 1, 2, and 3 like this. So it doesn't really matter too much. You could do 2, 3, and 4, or 1, 2, and 3. But they're all on the 2nd fret, just 4, 3, 2 string. The 4th string, the 3rd, the 2nd, or the D, G, and B consecutively. That's all it is. It's just tight. It's a tight fit, but that's it. And then there's the A7 where you just have the D and the B, and nothing on the D string. That's your A7. And for the most part, that will cover pretty much all of your leftover chords. You may want to try with your F chord, though, if you remember the F major 7, as we might have mentioned, maybe start to practice trying to get the typical F with this bar. So you have to really flatten your 1st finger like that, as you can see. And then you have these 3 fingers here. So you may want to try that, but other than, again, that just takes some time. And we're going to talk about bars a little more in depth very shortly. And so that won't even be a problem once you start learning big bars. But that, for the most part, will cover 95% of all open position chords. The other ones are just a little more obscure and easily found. And feel free to post in the Facebook group if you need any help with any chords I haven't mentioned so far. So anyway, have fun with that. Take your time with everything, and God bless.